So, I want to talk about my time at the gospel while I walk real quick. Yet, it may be a bit euphemistic, so to speak, if that's a word. It's because the gospel rescue mission is a euphemism. While I was at the gospel, I realized that I had to rescue it, the gospel, God, Jesus, our understanding of it, back from the racist. Not to say that everyone there was racist, not to say that every Christian is, but to say that the racists used Christianity to indoctrinate a nation. So we have to disindoctrinate ourselves from that. That's what the first channel was, the second channel. Even this is me expressing to you how I disindoctrinated myself from the idea of capitalism, which is supremacist in nature. Think about it. They took an entire race of people and turned them into chattel. Put them on the rolls right next to goats and cows and shit. Field equipment. We have to disindoctrinate ourselves from the idea that capitalism isn't a part of it. The start of it, the consequence of it, something. And in so doing, we have to deny capitalism the ability to exist in its current form. Now, I'm not an economist on paper, but I'm an economist. I believe in the economy. I believe in commerce. I believe that people move the market. I believe that we are the measure, the metric, the meter. So does our government. That's why they look at certain of us to determine these things. Now, here's the thing. If you remember back in the day, they had Nielsen ratings. You know how many black people was a part of the Nielsen rating system? Okay. But they used that system to determine the value of what could and couldn't be on television, what could and could be shared with the people. The same way that the Council of Nicaea decided which portions of the Bible, which books back then were television, so to speak, right? That's it. The Council of Nicaea did the same thing. They decided X, Y, and Z. And then let's move forward to slavery. And slave masters decided what needed to be in the Bible for the slaves. That turns into television and music and anything that you consume. They use it. So we, in this modern society, have the opportunity for change. None of us really wants to turn back time, yet we know that there is a different way. When there were fruit stands on the corner, when children played outside from dawn until dusk, when we raised our own, we put into them what we wanted them to believe in. We raised a nation of children who gave back and cared. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at may he rest in peace, former President Carter. He's amazing to me. I don't know as much about Ford, although I do believe that he was what y'all would call a bleeding heart liberal, so to speak. Carter too. But you know what? In essence, so is Jesus. So all these Bible-thumping Christians at the top of our government who aren't bleeding heart liberals, well, what God do they really believe in? A God of terror and destruction. And what have you seen them bringing to your world? Nothing but terror and destruction. You dig what I'm saying? Well, the point of this being, we've got to move forward. We've got to decide that now is the time that we want to see people being the change in the world. And unfortunately, change does come with exploring things, options, avenues, points of view, whatever it is that you want to call it. If we were blessed enough support the right thing in our people, then we don't have anything to worry about. When our chickens come home to roost, so to speak, they'll be bringing back babies, fruits, veggies, that type of shit. If we did it wrong, they'll bring home dysfunction, division, disappointment. And I won't say the rest of it. Because I'm going to be honest. At the end of the day, they're human beings. Whatever we did or didn't pour into them is what made them this way. So, it's up to us to change the game. Thanks for rocking with me. Peace.